I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Woke Xbox get targeted by the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, call out Microsoft lies over Game Pass.
Ooh. Hold on.
Things are
Trump?
not looking good for Xbox, and you gotta imagine, man, having the FTC after you must not be a very good feeling. The Federal Trade Commission has decided to accuse Xbox apparently of inflicting consumer harm and product degradation after a massive price increase hits Game Pass.
You ratted us out. Hey, don't use that word that way.
Wait, is that Jackie Chan?
Yeah. He's the new Master Splinter. No, the new Ninja Turtles was a little bit weird. Especially, they replaced April O'Neil with a different April O'Neil.
That's weird, bro.
I don't know. I miss that jag-off redhead.
Okay.
Oh, that's a trippy intro.
Damn, that was a good intro. Damn, that's
Now,
clean.
again, ladies and gentlemen, I made a video talking about Xbox raising their Game Pass prices, which, by the way, is no different than any other streaming service raising their prices over the last couple of years, right? I mean, this is what they're doing to try to offset the loss of subscribers that they were inevitably going to get, right? Everybody and their mother decided to try to make a streaming service. We saw this with TV. We saw this with gaming, and we're going to see this through and through. We're going to keep seeing it. But what's happening is that people are starting to realize that there's only so many customers out there that you can't divide them amongst 20 different streaming services. So they end up consolidating, they end up getting together, and what happens is that now you only have a couple that are still around, and the only way for them to continue making profits is by increasing prices. And then this ends up pissing off people who are used to the service
really
because what you do, and this is,
it reminds me of YouTube's whole changes with ads. It's like, okay, you guys will use ad block. How about this? The people who are still watching ads, we're gonna triple the amount that they have to watch. And,
yeah, that shit was fucked.
and now even more people use ad blocker. It's like, bruh, you gotta piss on your own leg.
Bro.
I do remember the time and day where I used to be able to like display my collection of games, and that was a good feeling. Like everyone would like walk into my room like, okay, you have no life.
this ends up pissing off people who are used to the service because what you do, and this is a strategy, by the way, they try to make this a service where you cannot live without, right? They end up giving you the service for really cheap. It's the Uber strategy. And then after giving it to you really cheap for a few years, once they feel like they have you and you can't be without it, they're going to raise the prices and keep raising the prices until eventually now they got a super profitable outlook
Like the
over their product. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So again, it says that the federal
gaming has become people don't really want to talk about this thing, and it depends on the individual, but gaming can become an addiction.
Trade Commission accuses Xbox Studios, Activision, and their parent company Microsoft of consumer harm and product degradation after the company jacked up prices for its Game Pass service and announced a discontinuation of Xbox Game Pass for console. Earlier this month, Microsoft announced its changes to Game Pass and revealed that in the United States, the price for the
ultimate increase from $16.99 to $19.99 per month. That's a 17% price hike. But all these subscription services doing the same thing. Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll did that.
Crunchyroll has a monopoly. They can raise the price as high as they want. Literally.
No, they finally started bleeding.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's because people started unsubscribing.
It started with the issue with the localizers.
Maybe to
Game
us.
Pass Ultimate increased from $16.99 to $19.99 per month. That's a 17% price hike for the month. Per month, actually. The company also revealed that the yearly subscription for Game Pass Core increased from $59.99 to $74.99. That's a 25% increase.
Holy shit!
Wait a minute. Holy fuck.
25% increase. What happened with the standard 3% increase?
No, we're going straight up, baby. 25%, baby.
Increase. These price changes go into effect for new members effective July 10th of 2024. For those with a recurring subscription,
I really
the price
wanna know
change
how
will
many
begin
people
on September
unsubscribe.
12th of 2024.
Yeah.
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, PlayStation did the exact same thing. Disney Plus did the exact same thing twice in a year. Netflix did the exact same thing
Yep.
twice in a year.
Mhm.
Okay, keep that in mind. They're going to keep doing this so long as they can keep getting away with it. For every
Yep.
$1 spread
Yup.
across however millions of subscribers they have, think about how much money that is, right? That is an insane amount of money that they're going to gain for every $1 across all of their subscriber base. So now what they did was they did $3. So now you got $3 times however many people. I think it's like 50 some odd million people subscribe to Game Pass. So think about that. It's an insane amount of money for doing the simplest thing. All you have to do is raise the price. That's it. And you get that money every single month. It is a massive increase in profits. And they
But the problem with that is they increased the amount, but now you don't even get with the base pass, you don't even get first day release access.
Yeah, the base pass you can't get first day access anymore.
And that was like the main point of attraction for a lot of people.
single month. It is a massive increase in profits, and they are trying to do everything they can to offset the amount of people that are going to unsubscribe from Game Pass, right? Just because you raise the price doesn't mean that people are going to say, you know what, this is worth it still, and keep subscribing. There are going to be some people that are going to unsubscribe. There's going to be some people that have free Game Passes because they might be bundled with something else that are eventually going to lose it, and they're not going to resubscribe. So this is going to be a way to offset that money and also profit extra money for literally doing nothing else. It's not like they're giving you anything else in return. Game Pass is going to stay the same exact thing that it is. It says on top of the price increases, Xbox appeared to be preparing to phase out Xbox Game Pass for console. The company announced starting on July 10, 2024, Xbox Game Pass for console will not be available for new members. However, it also noted that currently subscribed members will still have access to the service and will be able to continue to enjoy your membership. This is contingent on members staying subscribed to the membership. Xbox noted if at any time you turn off your automatic payment renewal and your membership lapses, you will no longer have access to Game Pass for console and will need to join one of the other plans we offer for Game Pass.
Wait,
so yeah,
they
they're basically
locked that
giving you
shit out.
it's kind of like, okay, I think it's cool that they're at least holding it off for people who are currently subscribed.
That's
on
like
a,
the only redeeming thing they did. The only, but also at the same time, every Tom, Dick, and Harry provides that kind of service. Even internet providers, as long as you had the subscription before they changed it, it still has to be honored.
Recurring basis. But at the end of the day, man, you're gonna make people kind of be forced to subscribe, right? Like they're not gonna want to give it up because they're not going to want to lose the service, but they know that the moment eventually it's going to get to a point where they're going to have to stop. And then once they stop, now they got to pick a more expensive service that doesn't, it just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, it's a cool idea that they're doing it, but I feel like it could have been executed a little bit better. Finally, the company announced a new Game Pass option that they're calling Xbox Game Pass Standard. This option is priced at $14.99. It grants players access to hundreds of high-quality games on console, allows players to access online console multiplayer, and gives them access to member deals and discounts. Having to pay for online console multiplayer, I never agreed with. I think that's one of the most asinine things I've ever heard because I'm a PC player through and through. Obviously, I do have the consoles, but I am a PC player, right? I don't have to pay for my internet, right? I'm already paying for my internet. That's the whole point. Why am I paying for my internet twice over? If I pay for my internet, right, my Fios, and now I gotta pay again in order to even use the Fios online, which are like, it's just crazy to me. Again, it's just the weirdest thing because PC players don't ever have to deal with that, but that's neither here nor there. You can see 3 Game Pass options that Xbox has below. Now, we went over this, all right? There's no reason to kind of rehash it. They basically tried to use androgynous terms to make people not feel bad for getting the cheaper option, right? They do
I want to read through Dote.
Adult.
I
Yes.
want to read through those. Xbox Game Pass Core. Select games on console plus multiplayer. 25 plus high quality games on console. Online console multiplayer. Member deal and discounts. So wait, if you don't have it, you don't have the online console multiplayer at all? You're locked out?
No, you still need a subscription to pay for Xbox Live.
bro, my brother.
Yeah.
Look, I had Xbox, but I never played online, so I have no fucking idea. Then Xbox Game Pass Standard, hundreds of games on console plus multiplayer. Hundreds of high quality games on console, online console multiplayer, member deals and discounts. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, hundreds of games on console and PC. Day one titles. So okay, so now you get first day access only with the Ultimate. Day one releases hundreds of high quality games on console and PC, online console multiplayer, member deals and discounts, EA Play membership, cloud gaming on multiple devices, free perks every month. This just seems predatory.
It's very predatory.
First of all, unlocking online gameplay should be free. It should be absolutely free for everyone. If you have a multiplayer game, you should be able to play it online. It's that simple. You shouldn't have to pay for the game, for internet, and a subscription to be able to play online.
I agree.
As for also cloud gaming, I do think you should be able to synchronize your games through all the devices you have on the most basic subscription plan. The Game Pass Core, the first level, you should be able to have access to all your games on all your devices.
Because it's a standard for most platforms.
Xbox Game Pass Core, Xbox Game Pass Standard, and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So then it's not like they're going to call it cheap, middle, and expensive. You know what I mean? So they do these things to try to make people feel better about picking the cheaper option when they know most people are probably going to pick this because they just want to play online, and that's all. So now let's go over the actual court and the Federal Trade Commission. This is where it gets interesting. In a letter
that's
to
the
the
part I
U.S.
was
Court of
waiting
Appeals
for.
for the Ninth Circuit, the FTC blasted Microsoft for these changes. The letter states that the Federal Trade Commission writes to alert the court to Microsoft's announced price increases in the multi-game subscription and in cloud gaming markets, which the district court found relevant to the merger analysis. Microsoft is raising the price for its Game Pass Ultimate product from $16.99 to $19.99, which is a 17% increase year over year. It continues. Additionally, Microsoft is discontinuing its $10.99 a month console Game Pass product. Users of that product must pay 81% more to switch to Game Pass Ultimate. For consumers unwilling to pay 81% more, Microsoft is introducing a degraded product, Game Pass Standard, at $14.99. This product costs 36% more than console Game Pass and withholds day one releases. Product degradation, removing the most valuable games from Microsoft's new service, combined with price increases for existing users, is exactly the sort of consumer harm from the merger that the FTC has alleged. Now, keep this in mind. Microsoft, they were trying to keep them from buying out Activision Blizzard. The FTC absolutely saw this coming.
Yeah, no, the FTC went, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Don't they have partnership with the Riot Games too?
Yes, they do. Yes, they
Yo.
do.
Coming a mile away. They wanted to withhold the merger of that company because they knew and they predicted that when that company was to merge, they were going to be anti-consumer inherently. They were going to do different things. There was going to be against the consumer and basically give product degradation, which is exactly what they were saying here. So now, for $10.99 a month, you can have essentially Game Pass Ultimate right now, right? If you unsubscribe, now you have to essentially pay 81% more to get the same exact thing that you have now. That 100% qualifies as degraded product, and that 100% qualifies as consumer harm. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen from this, but I think no matter what, man, this company is just, it's going to go through. Like, they're just going to, it's going to end up getting paid off. Nobody's going to, you know, do anything about it. They
They'll just do the same thing as iPhone did. Like, iPhone finally got caught for intentionally downgrading their own devices and intentionally downgrading the communication between iPhone and Android, perpetuating the stereotype that Android is worse than an iPhone. So they got down caught. What happened? They just paid. Case closed.
might be bringing it up now, but it seems like the FTC has a hard-on for Microsoft.
Damn.
Microsoft price
Oh,
increases and product
damn.
degradation, combined with Microsoft reduced investments in output and product quality via employee layoffs, are the hallmarks of a firm exercising market power post-merger, it states. It then declares, importantly, Microsoft actions are inconsistent with Microsoft representation below. Microsoft's price increases coincide with adding Call of Duty to Game Pass' most expensive tier, and discontinuing the console tier will happen shortly before releasing Call of Duty's newest game. Again, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to do everything they possibly can to try to make Game Pass profitable. Microsoft has been banking on Game Pass being profitable for years now. They've been offering it really cheap because they wanted people to get in there and make it something that they had to have, just like Uber did. And now they're at the point where they feel like with the merger that they can absolutely take advantage of people, and that's what they're going to try to do. So time will tell
that's
whether or
not
not
how
the
life
FTC
works,
is going to
buddy.
be successful in any notion against Microsoft, but they are absolutely practicing exactly what the FTC said they were going to do. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic.
That was a good video.
I like that. Yeah, I'll subscribe.
Definitely subscribing. Thank you to Bowsette for linking me with that video.